Pangai, I've had this concern around his discipline for quite some time. You know, if he's not getting suspended, he can come up with bad mistakes at the worst time, and I'm thinking that his ill discipline is getting to the point where it's proving a liability for Brisbane. And for the balance of the team, as talented as he is, I think they have enough strike, similar to what he brings, to potentially trade him on. If they are that desperate to keep David Fifita, I would be looking at shopping this bloke.
I'll tell you what, there'd be a few clubs out there
Correct.
who would want him because he is a gun player. He's just got to mature under the right cage. Tell you what, he'd look good in the South Sydney jumper.
Because we know when we look at the Broncos list, scoring...
Yeah, hang on. Do you know something?
I'm just saying they've got to sign Fifita.
Yeah.
And he is a great player.
Yeah. Why South and not any other club?
I'm just saying that South went after the other Fifita with a $1.1 million.
And missed out.
Yeah.
So clearly got the money.
Yep.
But he's a gun player.
Mate, look, he is a gun player. It was a cheap shot on O'Neill. I reckon he's got to cut that stuff out of his game.
Of course he
look
does.
At Gal.
Of course he
does. Look at MG back in the day.
And he's got to cut out...
He's a firebrand.
Looking up at himself at the...
Big screen
all the time because it's getting a bit embarrassing. If he sticks to playing footy, he'll be good.
Yeah, I don't know, Ben. I tend to think that Broncos side at the moment, now that they've got Brady Croft in there steering the ship, they're only just beginning the journey. They're only just beginning to develop with a noted 7. So I don't know if I'd be wanting to trade him out. But there are moves going on at Brisbane because I keep hearing things about Joe Offahengawe and that I think he's been offered around to rival clubs as well. That's been knocked back. He doesn't want to go
because
anywhere.
He's still got a couple of
so
years
clearly
left. So
the Broncos are trying to move a few things.
I think it's a valid point. Given the fact they've already got Haas there and they've already got Fifita there, who provide that explosive presence and can just own their spots, right?
Katani Staggs on the right edge, Jack Bird when he was healthy. Like there's enough strike in the Brisbane team. You've already got enough of what Tevita Pangai brings. You know, so to get some balance, you maybe trade him out and just make the choice. If you want to keep David Fifita, let that bloke go because he's going to get an earn somewhere else.
Yeah.
And you're not saying he can't play. It's just we've got enough of what you bring already.